हेलो नमस्कार। मैं हूं सुधीर, मेरे साथ है नवल। वेलकम टू प्लेइंग 11 फुटबॉल। हे नवल, कैसे हो?
हाय सुधीर, बढ़िया।
वेलकम टू अनदर सेगमेंट। आज हम बात करेंगे पोस्ट गेम एनालिसिस, हैदराबाद वर्सेस बेंगलुरु। कैसा लगा आपको गेम?
गेम ओवरऑल रिजल्ट मेरे को जस्टिफाइंग लगा।
ओके।
बेंगलुरु गोल्स वेर रियली वेरी गुड,
या।
but I did not like the way they shape their team. But considering where they are and I mean what they are going through right now,
या।
I think 4-4-2 is a justifiable formation for them because they
बिल्कुल।
are just trying to stabilize, right?
या।
And they are trying to win in some way or the other.
या।
That's why we could see some long balls from Bengaluru. And Hyderabad, the same thing. They are trying, they are making good moves going forward, and in the opposition box, they are, not converting the chances.
Yeah, so Hyderabad is staying true to his form. जैसे आपने सुना होगा, like coach Marquez का भी, like they just want to stick to their formula. They haven't changed. अगर आप देखोगे पूरा 90 minutes of the game, they kept trying, they kept attacking. I think जैसे आपने कहा, like goal scoring is still an issue. But I think one thing I liked about the game was not to take away anything from Hyderabad, but Chhetri's performance was amazing. Like captain of India, like he was just running all over. I mean, he was looking for his second goal. Kind of came a little bit close few times. I think Kattimani ke paas, so that was a bit scary. But other than that, I think overall it was interesting.
Yeah, definitely an interesting game. Sunil Chhetri, Naushad Musa actually mentioned in the post-match conference
Hmm.
that he was not at his 100%,
Yeah,
and he skipped training also to make it to the match. So considering that the effort work rate he had put in the match was really appreciable,
absolutely.
and the set piece was really well taken. I think that was a planned one,
Yeah, yeah,
because obviously everyone could see that there was a discussion that went on before taking the free kick, and
very
it was executed to its best.
absolutely, absolutely. Yep. So that said, just let's like take a look at the table. Game के बाद क्या हुआ है? So Hyderabad is still in fourth position. They had a chance to tie up points with FC Goa, but again, I mean, they could have gone above FC Goa on the third place. Like they kind of missed it up. Bangalore also got a point, I think, a crucial point for them to keep themselves alive in this playoff spot hunt. So जैसे अभी हमने कहा like few times कि like fourth spot के लिए table, in fact third spot के लिए भी table, third or fourth spot के लिए table अभी थोड़ा बहुत jam हो जा रहा है, like the other teams who are picking up wins. So it's going to be an interesting end. So देखा जाएगा कि कौन top four में finish करेगा.
Yeah, today we have FC Goa against East Bengal also,
बिल्कुल.
which will also be a
Yeah, it's going to
crucial
be
match.
another very interesting game. Alright, so
Yeah.
थोड़ा बहुत मैच की तरफ जाते हैं, देखते हैं कि कैसा गया. Uh, yeah, so जैसे हमने कहा, like two goals was a draw, but Hyderabad kept a big chunk of possession. So Hyderabad, they stayed true to their form. Like they wanted to play their way. They kind of थोड़ा बहुत time लगा, अगर आप first half देखोगे, like first 20-25 minutes थोड़ा time लगा before they could establish. But once they established, it was really well. Like they were playing. But ये प्रॉब्लम कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे हैदराबाद का स्कोर गोल स्कोरिंग का?
प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना मतलब वही प्लेयर्स को बताना है कि टेक योर शॉट्स अर्ली कियनिजी को,
या।
right? And Aridane, we could see that. See, both the goals that were scored by Hyderabad were from inside the 12-yard box,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you need people there, right? So
Absolutely.
Aridane dropping deep and helping midfield is all fine. Everything is hunky dory in the midfield area,
Yeah.
but you need a personnel in front of the goalkeeper troubling
बिल्कुल.
him,
Yeah.
right? So that is where the goal will come from. Either the goalkeeper will make some mistakes, or he'll fumble a bit. Something will happen, but there should be someone bothering the goal. That is not seen from Hyderabad at any point of time. Initial matches may we could see that Aridane was troubling the goalkeeper as well as the defenders. That is when we got the goals,
Yeah. So he has to be back in his
right?
position.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yes, and in yesterday's match also against Bengaluru, we could see that both the goals were inside the 12-yard box.
Yeah.
So there should be a person troubling them. Only then you could get the goals. Uh, Defenders will try and cover the attacker, and that is where the free spaces open up inside the box. That is when you take clean shots.
बिल्कुल.
So right now what is happening is there is only one key and easy inside that box, 12-yard box. There are wingers, crossing in the balls from wing areas.
Yeah.
And ARIDANE is just catching up because he is the one making the moves. So he'll
Absolutely.
pass the ball and he'll make the run. So he's not yet in that position yet in
Yeah.
that goal scoring positions.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that is what we could see in this match. There were more bodies inside the box because obviously defensive people were taken up and attacking people were put in, and that is where we saw the goals coming in.
Yeah, some risky moves by Coach Marquez, but it kind of paid off. So थोड़ा बहुत देखते हैं, like each player's performance कैसा था, like how they did it. But yeah, it was a really risky move क्योंकि उन्होंने ओडे इंडिया को निकाल के रोहित धनु को डाला. Like I think
He had nothing to lose, right? He
yeah,
was already 2 goals down. He had
no, I
nothing
mean it
to
was
lose.
nothing to lose, but
Only thing to cover up were the goal difference.
yeah,
Yeah. Otherwise, match result आना है तो he had to do that.
yeah. All right, so let's start
And
looking at.
And he did that. It was a really brave move,
It
but
was
he had
very
no other option.
बिल्कुल, it was a
Yeah.
very brave move, no other options. At the same time, जैसे हमने कहा, it's a risky move also. You could have like let up one more goal, so that goal difference may would have played a little bit difference in the end of the season. Who knows? But it paid off. So that's the key thing. I think it was well calculated in a way. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, so let's start taking a look at some of the performances of the players. So शुरू करते हैं अपने goalkeeper से obviously. Kattimani. Pretty shaky performance. I think he kind of scared me a few times. I think while collecting the ball, जैसे एक दो बार Chhetri was very close to him. जैसे आपने कहा, like even though he wasn't 100%, uh, he still scared the heck out of me with Kattimani. Where I think एक बार इन्होंने like he tried to play with the feet.
He definitely played well the time he was on the pitch. And yeah, Kattimani waited too long to collect the balls. We could see few attackers pressing him to lose the ball. And initially in 15, early 15, first 15-20 minutes of the game also, you could see that Cleiton Silva was firing shots at target, right?
Yeah.
They were not at target, but at least he was shooting from outside the box. Suresh Vangam was shooting from outside the box, right?
Yeah.
From the 6 shots that he faced, only 2 are on target and those 2 are good.
बिल्कुल.
Others were not at all on target, right?
Yeah.
So we could see how desperate Bengaluru were to unsettle Kattimani.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it was their game plan to just shoot at the goal and unsettle Kattimani because Kattimani is capable of getting unsettled.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wanted to capitalize it, but luckily they were not on target. The shots were
I
not.
think the biggest scare was, I think, in the first half when he tried to play with his feet or player. He came into the box and he actually connected with him. And the ball just luckily ended up in the midfield, somewhere, not even in the midfield, like a little bit outside the box, and it ended up with Hyderabad player. So in that way, we were lucky. But overall, Kattimani, I think one of the thing Kattimani has to remember this, like Abhi Hamare Paas, like he has a competition in Shankar Roy and Coach
Yeah.
Marquez ne kaha ki, like, Shankar Roy is really good with feet and that's something that he wants from his goalkeeper. So I think Kattimani has a good challenge now, देखने के लिए. So let's see how the goalkeeping position shapes up from here.
Yeah, I think that is the criteria that was considered while making the transfer also, because Subrato is not really good with his feet or whatever, right? He is just
बिल्कुल.
good at stopping the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that drove the transfer
Mhm.
to get in Shankar Roy and give away Subrato for season.
Yeah.
But yeah, average performance from Kattimani, he did not have anything to do much. The chances he got, he kept Hyderabad under pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5, I think.
Bilkul, 5.5 sounds good for him. Not his best game, but I think there are things that he need to work on, especially like when collecting the ball and all that. He's not a sweeper keeper. I think that's something he has to know. Don't try with playing with feet. But yeah, I think. But still, he kept us in the game, so that was one of the things.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So Ashish Rai, again, another hard-working performance. The one thing is like, अगर आप देखेंगे game में like Leon Augustine, like he was like running all over on his side, and that's one thing I feel bad for him. Like he doesn't get much help on his end. Uh, आपने देखा होगा like game में लिस्टन कोलासो like he wasn't even coming back to track or help like एक दो बार I think एक बार I think it was in first half or something जहाँ से right से cross आया था and Ashish was covering some other player और लिस्टन never covered his player and luckily like ball उनके पास पहुंच गया था but he wasn't able to do anything much with it to cause damage.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure ये players को क्या बोला जाता है when they don't cover their partners, right?
yeah,
Because we keep seeing the same thing that the wing areas में right wing area में sorry I shouldn't say left wing area में कुछ problem है.
yeah,
Right wing
luckily
area
he
में
well covered.
yeah, the right wing area में they are not covering their defensive partners.
Yeah,
Ashish Rai is doing his job to overlap the winger and put in few crosses, but
yeah,
I don't think he is getting enough support from the right winger.
बिल्कुल
Be it Yasir or Colasso, he is not getting enough support.
बिल्कुल.
Yasir थोड़ा देते हैं, but I don't think that is enough.
Yasir, yeah, compared to Colasso, Yasir ka thoda bahut, he comes back and he helps, but I think majority, I think ODEI on India inko cover karte hai. So I think that's what has been happening. So that's something that I think coach has to address that.
Right. And credit to Leon, he played really well.
Yeah, he took his chances and he
And the
played.
goal was really well taken.
Bilkul. Yeah, so I think 6.5 sounds good for Ashish Rai. Another hardworking performance. Thought about like he was getting dominated by Leon, but it's not his fault again. Like I think coach has to figure out
Yeah.
how they can help him.
This rating is not his fault. Actually, the entire season में Ashish Rai's ratings are not his fault.
Yeah. All right. So Akash Mishra, another solid performance. I think एक या दो passes बहुत सही बढ़िया डाला था. एक हालीचरण का था जो बहुत I don't know how he
Yes.
missed it. I think I was surprised that was Halicharan who missed it. बहुत बढ़िया pass था, but again like another hard working defensive thing. And इनका और हितेश शर्मा का partnership भी बहुत सही था. एक दो बार like when
Right.
Hitesh Sharma was tracking back, he was taking out the ball from the box. Akash Mishra made that run. Uh, so it was another hard
But
working performance from him.
yeah, first half में दो बहुत सही crosses दिए थे आकाश मिश्रा ने, and defensively also he was pretty solid on his flank. So yeah, very well played game from him.
बिल्कुल.
And हलीचरण yeah वो हलीचरण का जब आएगा तब बात करेंगे.
Yeah. So I think 7 rating sounds good for him. The hardworking performance जैसे हमने कहा, no doubt, very well.
Actually, to be frank, other than left side, I don't think Bengaluru, really had put pressure on our defenders. They did not come forward at all.
Yeah.
They were compact at the back in their own half, and when they got chance to counter attack, they did. But
Yep.
it was very less instances. So
Yeah.
yeah, defense के लिए थोड़ा comfortable रहा था game.
Yeah, I mean,
Other than few counter attacking moves.
yeah, in a way it was comfortable बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन I think Sana Singh had a very hard working day. Like he was cleaning up a lot in the back. I think for once, like not only like Sana Singh is known for his passing thing, but when you look at the amount of blocks and defense that he did today, I think it was really good performance from him.
Yeah, so Sana Singh तो बहुत ही अच्छा कवर कर रहे हैं पीछे.
बिल्कुल.
He is the last man at the back line. ठीक है. ओल्ड इंडिया थोड़ा आगे चले जाते कभी. But Sana Singh is always there and he clears. Actually थोड़े brave headers भी लिए थे against Chhetri and other attacking midfielders.
Yeah.
तो yeah बहुत अच्छा sweep कर रहे. I mean ball clear कर रहे थे. And he did not let Hyderabad come under pressure at the back. And both the goals were actually not defensive errors or anything. I mean set piece का तो बहुत अच्छा well taken set piece था. And the other goal was very well taken. Second goal. तो डिफेंसिव एरर्स बोल नहीं सकते अपन. वो जरूर हितेश शर्मा का एक गलती था जिसके वजह से गोल हुआ था सेकंड गोल. बट इट वाजंट रियली द डिफेंस का एरर्स.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tactically, I don't think they should change anything. They should keep doing the same thing.
बिल्कुल.
And yeah, very well played game by our defense also.
Bilkul, yeah. So 7 rating sounds perfect for him. Like again, work very hard. Like I think our defense has been really good. One of the good things for Hyderabad. ODEI on India, I think this is the first time, like I think को 86 मिनट में निकाल दिया था, जैसे आपने कहा, like 85th minute में, kind of made sense क्योंकि attacking options डालने के लिए, but he was making his runs into opposition box. He was solid again. I think he was helping Ashish Rai on his right side. So yeah, another good performance from him.
Yes. So before getting substituted, he was spending more time in opposition box also, if you have noticed. So he was trying to help out the attackers, but I don't think he could go into right positions to really trouble their defenders.
Yeah.
But yeah, once the substitution happened, we saw what Rohit Danu did. And coming to ODEI, he also played really very well. As I said, थोड़ा कम efforts रहा था अपने पूरे defense backline पे, other than the left right area of Hyderabad.
Yeah.
But yeah, very well played game from ODEI.
Yeah, so that's again like in Kobe 7 rating. Like I think overall, just हमने कहा, like defense has been one of the stable things for Hyderabad.
Yeah.
All right, JOAO Victor. After a long time in हमने देखा, I think he's been out for like about 3-4 games. So he had a comeback game, was removed in around like 71st, 72nd minute में निकाल दिया गया था. To preserve him, I guess. I believe, like just coming back from injury, he didn't want it to put too much on him. But again, good performance from his end. Him being him, solid.
Yeah. Yeah, so JOAO Victor being JOAO Victor, very stable performance at the back. क्लियर भी कर रहे थे, एक आध बार उनके पास अपोजिशन बॉक्स में गया था बॉल, बट
Yeah.
अनफॉर्चुनेटली सही पोजीशन में सही थे, बट उनका मतलब क्या बोलते हैं उसका स्टैंस ठीक नहीं था.
Yeah, I think इनको एक header भी अच्छा
Yeah.
solid header आया था, like but problem like one of the things is like the header that he got, I think वो Hitesh Sharma के free kick से था. And he took a really
Yes.
good header, but there was no one to like back up that header. So I think that's something box may like, again, no वो आएंगे जब when we come into the attacking options. But like yeah, box may I think we have to put more people in.
Yeah, so JOAO Victor went into the box while taking set pieces. He was there in the right positions also, but unfortunately उनका poster was ठीक नहीं था, because of which he couldn't convert once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played game from him defensively, solid performance at the back. And जैसे JOAO Victor being JOAO Victor, कुछ fouls नहीं, कुछ नहीं, बहुत calmly खेल ले,
बिल्कुल.
and organized the defense very well also.
Yeah. So yeah, इनको भी 7 rating is बहुत perfect है, the way he played and everything. As जैसे हमने कहा, like he was hooked off around like 71st 72nd minute में निकाल दिया गया था to preserve him. इनके साथ partner कर रहे हितेश शर्मा, so looks like he's becoming more familiar and common face in the midfield for Hyderabad. बहुत बहुत बढ़िया performance, other than that one mistake which led to second goal for Bangalore and obviously Leon's first goal. But other than that, like his deliveries from set pieces has been really good. The way he goes back, tracks the ball, works, presses on the ball. Everything is just good about him. It's just one unfortunate mistake, Nekia, and that led to the goal. Hopefully, he just picks up from that, and moves on. But other than that, yeah, very satisfying performance from him.
Yeah, actually, until the substitution, he was the best player for Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Because he was taking care of everything in the midfield area, right? So someone wrote really well that Hitesh knows his next move, and that drives to make his first move,
बिल्कुल.
right? तो उनका फर्स्ट मूव ऐसा रहता है कि सेकंड मूव उनका बहुत इजी हो जाता है.
Yeah.
तो या तो बहुत मेच्योर्ड परफॉर्मेंसेस दे रहे हैं वो हैदराबाद के लिए.
Yeah.
एंड आई थिंक द गलती भी जो हुआ था वो उनका नॉर्मल स्टाइल ऑफ प्ले ही था, बट आई थिंक थोड़ा वेट ज्यादा हो गया, वरना ही वाज ट्राइंग टू गिव पास टू सना सिंह, आई गेस.
Yeah, I
तो
think he was
वो
trying to pass Sana Singh shayad, like in maybe just was got too much touch. So I think the ball
थोड़ा
kind of
वेट
went
ज्यादा हो
away.
गया थोड़ा उसमें, तो सना सिंह भी कुछ कर नहीं पाए, उनके पास आया मतलब रिएक्शन टाइम ही नहीं था उधर,
बिल्कुल.
राइट? So that led to the goal, but until then he was the best player for Hyderabad.
Yeah.
And yeah, very good performance from him. Other than that mistake, everything was perfect.
बिल्कुल. All right, so 6.5. जैसे हमने कहा, like एक mistake हुआ था, but other than that, like he was clicking all over the midfield. He was one of the best players till the time he was there. And इनको भी निकाल दिया था, like there was like a back-to-back substitution change किया था midfield में.
I think this
So
was also to preserve Hitesh for next match because
yeah, absolutely.
also we needed attacking options in the form of Alberg.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Joel Keane, क्या बोले? Like, I mean, he makes runs, he's good, but he just gets way too many touches. He's not.
But
Uh,
इस मैच में तो वो भी दिखने नहीं मिला. So I think below average था.
Yeah, so I mean, he makes his runs, gets his like, but his touches are way too many touches. He consistently loses the ball. That's another thing that आपने देखा होगा game में. Uh, and I think he should just like give that opportunity to Aridane because Aridane has to be up front because when he's up front, Aridane is more dangerous, and we have better chance of getting goals. And that's something that with Kenisi being false number 9, वो ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा है.
Yes. So जब भी अपन ने देखा other than those two games where Hyderabad scored 4 goals,
Yeah,
Aridane जब भी upfront नहीं है, Hyderabad is not scoring goals,
yeah,
right? And second striker का रोल ठीक से कर नहीं पा रहे किए नहीं जी. स्टार्टिंग में CAM का रोल प्ले कर रहे थे. He was running into the channel, he was putting crosses. वो सब बढ़िया चल रहा था जब तक he scored his first goal.
yeah,
फर्स्ट गोल खेलने के बाद से इट एनकरेज हैदराबाद का मैनेजमेंट टू प्ले हिम एज अ सेकंड स्ट्राइकर मोर
yeah.
एंड ही इज टेकिंग टू मेनी टचेस.
बिल्कुल.
So I think as far as he plays his origin, I mean either on the wings or CAM में channels में run करके cross देना,
Yeah,
that he is doing really very well. I
बिल्कुल.
think he should continue doing that and not look for scoring goals and leave it to Aridane or himself when the time is right.
Yeah, absolutely. Agar when that opportunity is right, I think he has to take it, but I don't think that he should be the number one person designated to be taking up the goals.
Yeah. सो हाँ सेकंड स्ट्राइकर का उनको मतलब सूट नहीं हो रहा है. CAM खिलाओ,
Yeah,
मेक द मूव्स अराउंड द बॉक्स, पुट द बॉल इन and try and get an assist or probably a goal if you are lucky enough or you are in the right position.
बिल्कुल.
So that should be the way to go forward for KNJ.
Yeah,
Otherwise या फिर फिनिश अच्छा करो भैया, आपको तो चांस आ रहे हैं, फिनिश
बिल्कुल.
करो.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So 5 rating थोड़ा बहुत disappointing game था इनके लिए. Hopefully, I think he goes back to his old role. That's what it suits him, जैसे हमने कहा. All right, so listing Colasso, other disappointing performance. क्या कहे इसका? Like he shows some glimpses. I think he's जहाँ तक मैं देखता हूँ, I think he's a good as a sub player at the moment. He's not ready to play 90 minutes. He's not even ready to start. I think that's what it comes down to. क्योंकि जैसे आपने देखा होगा, like too many touches, too many misses. Like he just keeps losing the ball, which puts a pressure on Hyderabad. Like every time he lost the ball, Bangalore was counter-attacking, and obviously he doesn't take his position to cover up his players. So there are quite a lot of things that he has to work on.
Yeah, मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता है यार, because Colasso is very talented, really very talented. Everyone knows that. He has really good pace to trouble, to beat the defenders. He has good dribbling skills to beat the defenders, right? तो हर बार ऐसा लगता है कि जब भी कोलासो के पास बॉल जाता है तो एक टेप रिकॉर्डर का क्लिप मैंने प्ले कर दिया. टेप रिकॉर्डर वीडियो का क्लिप मैंने प्ले कर दिया, बिकॉज ही ट्राइज टू ड्रिबल पास द डिफेंडर्स, पुट्स अ बैड पास
Yeah,
और लूजेस द बॉल. वही दो ही होता है. आई सीख ही नहीं रहे. So
बिल्कुल. I think
it
that
seems like whenever he gets the ball, it is the same move that he does.
yeah,
When the defense is sleeping, probably he'll be successful.
yeah.
If even there is an above average defender, I think he'll be able to manage.
I think at this point, Liston Colosso is like a one-trick pony. He tries to dribble, he tries to goes by. I think he has to like pick up his game. He has to like put more arsenal in his game, try to do different things. But the things that he's trying to do, I think he's successful as a substitute because by the time he comes, there's more tired legs. So obviously, dribbling and going past your defenders is much more easy than you have like a fresher leg. So I think at this point, maybe that's the thing. I think Liston Colasso has to start look himself as a substitute, put more things in his arsenal so he can see himself to be like a more starter or maybe play more game time.
I don't know. He's getting enough time here. So until he's punished and he's made to sit down, I don't think he'll improve.
Yeah. So
he has got more chances and more time than any other substitute.
bilkul.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so I think I'll go with 5.5. Another disappointing performance for him. Uh,
Agreed.
just not really helping the cause. Halicharan, good game. Obviously, like Inka or Akash Mishra ka combination was really good. I think at one time मैंने इनको right side of the wing पे भी देखा था, trying to cover up for Liston, so which was very surprising. Uh, so it was very
Yeah, that is
interesting.
when he missed the chance.
Bilkul, yeah, it was very interesting and surprising also. And I think in one of that, जब Akash Mishra ने pass किया था, and it was a very open shot, he could have put it in, but it's one of those days he didn't convert. But other than
थोड़ा
that,
थोड़ा हार्ड भी था, थोड़ा हार्ड भी था फिनिश करना वो.
बिल्कुल
So
हार्ड तो
maybe
था
a
ही.
typical number 9 could do that, but Halicharan being a winger के लिए थोड़ा difficult है वो.
Yeah,
But yeah, he should have done better, definitely.
absolutely. But other than that, another hardworking performance. He's doing what he's supposed to do, helping out his teammates. So he's really been very important player for Hyderabad.
Very important player. I think this is he had already proven enough to be considered as a regular starter for Indian team. He's already a regular in the Indian lineup, but
Yeah.
he is cementing his place.
Yep.
I don't think anyone can easily replace him.
Yeah. All right. So 7 Inkobi rating. Very good performance,
Yeah.
no doubt. Obviously, अभी चलते हैं man of the match की तरफ. Aridane, the great performance. Finally, he got his goal. Kind of like little bit broke his थोड़ा बहुत जो game
Goal
plan,
route.
yeah, goal drought when he wasn't able to score. But again, like I think he was there everywhere in the pitch. I think he or Hitesh Sharma, like you could see him, he was back in the defense. He was running between the lines, opening up the channels for other players. I think एक thing मुझे I'm kind of like little bit irritated with Hyderabad is like set pieces में when box में है तो like he's being covered with like 2-3 players. I think at times 3 players. So I think the Bangalore ke against, but he doesn't. But no other player jump into the box to take that opportunity to see like there are 3 players covering him. So that's something Hyderabad has to start learning, that अगर एक player को 3 cover कर रहे, you have an opportunity to open up.
Yeah. So उनका set pieces पे obviously they need to work on, because अर्ली सीजन में आए थे थोड़े गोल सेट पीस पे, फ्री किक्स एंड कॉर्नर्स पे, बट आफ्टर 5 or 6 games सेट पीसेस हैव बीन ऑलमोस्ट इग्नोरेबल, अवॉइडेबल, तो फॉरगेटेबल बेसिकली. तो कुछ है ही नहीं मतलब. तो सेट पीसेस पे बहुत ज्यादा काम करना चाहिए, बिकॉज सेट पीसेस आल्सो गिव्स सो मेनी गोल्स. तो नाउ इट इज हैदराबाद इन अ पोजीशन दैट दे आर नॉट एबल टू इवन विन अ पेनल्टी.
Yeah.
Because box के अंदर कोई जा ही नहीं रहा है apart from KNZ, and KNZ is very easy to shrug off.
Yeah, absolutely.
एक शॉट मारे तो वो चले आते.
Yeah, that's a little bit problematic. So I think that's one of the reasons like Hyderabad ko penalty. I think Hyderabad hasn't gotten a penalty in a long time.
Yeah, so even to win a penalty they need bodies in the box, which
Absolutely,
we could only see 2 more attacking bodies up front.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, we could only see one person and hardly Halicharan inside the box.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to work on their set pieces and bodies inside the box also.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, 8 rating. सही है इनका, like as I said, man of the match performance.
Yeah, so the goal actually got him the man of the match. Otherwise, it was kind of redundant performances from him. So
Absolutely.
Doing the winning headers and putting the ball up front for some attacker to go and get the ball, right?
Yeah.
So it was getting redundant and boring. But luckily, he got a ball, so all those efforts paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So next है अपने substitutes देखेंगे. यासिर आए थे, तबोरा आए थे, रोलैंड, फ्रांस अंडाजा और धनु. I think 2 biggest performance was obviously Dhanu or Sandanza. Like एक इनको goal आया था, and obviously Dhanu put in the assist for the first goal for Hyderabad for Aridane.
Yeah, so within a minute or two, Rohit Dhanu showed his skills,
Yeah.
right? He provided an assist to Aridane, and Aridane should be in those positions. So that is what we are saying again. Aridane should be in those goal scoring positions. Dropping deep is fine, but you should also go up front and help your attackers, right? So उधर थोड़ा और tactical changes करना चाहिए attacking areas में.
Yeah,
They should bring ARIDANE back in those goal scoring areas again. That doesn't mean he should not drop back in midfield area, but he should make one or two touches and go inside the box, right? So ऐसा कुछ tactical changes करना चाहिए हैदराबाद को definitely, because unless you don't have bodies inside the box, there is no one to win the second balls and score.
absolutely. बिल्कुल. You have
And
to make
रोहित
the
दानु
body
अभी थोड़ा डिफ्लेक्शन हुआ था रोहित दानु के असिस्ट में
yeah
from a defender.
from a defender's
I
head.
think
Yeah,
I don't remember, but yeah, थोड़ा हल्का सा डिफ्लेक्शन हुआ, but really good cross from him.
good cross, and I think the biggest thing was like Aridane was right there, and that's exactly जैसे आप कह रहे थे कि like he has like players have to be there in that position to make use of it to create that problem, and finally like
Yeah,
Aridane was able to get there. We created that problem, and obviously second goal maybe like Fran was there. I wasn't sure like Roland he was trying to pass or he was trying to score. That's something that I can Roland can answer, but luckily it fell on the feet of Fran and he was perfectly onside, just onside, and he was able to get in. Like आपने देखा होगा Fran's performance, like every time he comes in, there's always something to offer from his side.
so if if you have noticed, in all our talks we have been advocating for Fran and Rohit Danu
बिल्कुल.
to give more time to them,
Yeah,
right? And they have been proving whenever they were given a chance,
yeah.
and each time that Fran Sandaza gets more minutes,
Mhm.
I think it was because he was injured recently
बिल्कुल.
that he's been given less time, but otherwise I prefer seeing him more
Absolutely. I think I
than
would like to see a combo of Aridane and Fran together. That's something that I would like
yeah.
to see more
And
of
big
because
boys up front, and you will definitely get goals.
बिल्कुल.
And these two are mobile attackers. They keep moving here and there.
Yeah,
So I don't see any problem, putting those two up front. देखते हैं,
yeah.
how
So
it
it came
goes.
down to like I think Fran का जैसे हमने कहा, we know he's very talented. He's a really good player. It's just a matter of his injuries that kind of chipped away his time that he wasn't able to like really start or see much more of it. Obviously, Rohit Danuka like the experience was something that was looked into it, but like I think this was like another good performance from him in the amount of time that you have given it. I think that was his third substitution. So एक game में इनका like बहुत बढ़िया cross भी डाला था जो goal post को लगा था. I forgot which game it was. Uh, but I think he deserves chance. I think I would like to see him maybe instead of Liston Colasso, see what he can do because we have tried enough of Liston. So
Yeah,
maybe
so people
it's
like
time.
COLACO will only improve when they have got competition. If you
बिल्कुल.
give them assurance that you are definitely there in the team, either as a sub or as a starter, then how would they improve?
बिल्कुल. So I think that's something that I would like to see more from Hyderabad. Maybe it's about time to sit bench Colasso. Bring him in as a substitute. I think last 15, 20 minutes, that's where he makes a difference. That's where he has been effective. अगर आप numbers भी देखोगे इसका. But yeah, I think that's one place. I think right side of the Hyderabad on the wing is a rotating position. It's been so. Hopefully that we can settle down up. And yeah, it's going to let's see like again देखते हैं कि क्या कर सकते हैं. But that said,
Yeah, and Fran, for his height and weight, he is really very quick. He has got really impressive speed for his height and weight and age.
बिल्कुल. So yeah, that said, Hyderabad का अगला game है against Chennai, and yeah, so it's on Sunday.
31st.
Yeah, so 31st Sunday, 5 बजे को है, 5 o'clock IST. So do watch, and yeah, we'll be coming up with our one more pre-game show. But that said, do subscribe to Playing 11 Football and leave your comments either on Twitter or on our YouTube videos. With that said, yeah, we'll end our segment over here. Thank you, Naval. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Uday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.